music, R&B, hip hop, pop,
I still get you.
reggae, EDM, indie, old school,
Side. Check it.
and sports talk.
Right here.
StarHitRadio.com.
Welcome to Connecting Atlanta Radio, where we air live every Tuesday at 8 o'clock on the one and only WorldStarHitRadio.com. If you'd like to call in and ask any questions, you can call 404-969-2057. So we have a very special guest in our studio this evening. We have Biondi, who is the founder and owner of the Chocolate Factory. Biondi, tell us a little bit about what the Chocolate Factory is.
Chocolate Factory is a company that my wife and I founded. Initially, we were looking to create an opportunity for couples to get together and create different things that would enhance a couple's relationship. And initially, we started out with adult novelties as our only offering, and we wanted to expand to different things, so we expanded to lingerie and that kind of thing. So the things that we thought that two main issues that couples, whether married or long-term couples, have are usually money or sex or intimacy.
Right.
So that's why we came up with the little idea to do little toys and maybe do some different little events, private events, and then do bigger events that would kind of help pull people together, get people out, because people have a tendency to, after they've been together a long time, the relationship tends to get stagnant. So we wanted to do some things to get people out and about, networking with other couples, coming up with different things to do, like cruises and all kinds of things, trips, relationship type events. But we wanted to keep it cool, keep it grown and sexy, that kind of thing, to kind of encourage people to get out and do more and enhance their relationship. And we had so many friends that are single. They were like, well, y'all doing only the couples only type things. We want to do something for singles, or y'all do something. So we were like, well, we kind of expanded the brand more to include everyone and more pulling people together in general.
Right.
We want to give people,
Because you can make love connections too, right?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. And that's what we want people to be able to do. Come to a nice event where you can actually meet someone that's professional, that's, about business, about not trying to necessarily be in the club, give you an alternative to being out in the club.
But still having a social
But still
environment.
have a social
Right.
environment. My wife and I will go out occasionally, but what we didn't like was when you do go out now here in Atlanta, if you're not spending $1,000 on VIP, it's not
ridiculous.
It's crazy. So we were like, I'm an old school type person. I'm a country boy. I'm from Alabama, and where I came from, people came. The grown folks sat down, they ate, they fellowship, they had drinks, they danced, they had a good time, whether it was live music or DJ. So
they didn't have to get hit over the head every time they expected to go out. Yeah.
Exactly. So we have a lot of events planned for the future. We're doing a lot of stuff in Atlanta. The goal is to, once we get a good following, to have that expand and go into other cities.
Okay.
With what we're doing.
So what are the first event you guys had was for couples only, right?
It was a date night event. We had Trey Daniels Band, which he was
They were
phenomenal.
awesome.
Yeah. Phenomenal artist. He's an up and coming guy here. He's traveled all over the world, and he does a great show. We did that. We had a little bit of a DJ, but it was more featuring the band and just a relaxing night out for that first event.
And you guys had a sheet cake and everything that you brought in for, I guess, people VIP or for whoever.
Yeah, we had drinks. We had a little special dessert drink to go with the cake. We had a nice menu, of some things that the chef created especially for us, just light items initially. But the full menu was available if people wanted to order additional stuff.
The food was delicious. I had some of the chicken wings that were great.
They are great.
Yeah. So your next event you had you had a Halloween event.
Halloween party, Halloween night. It was also at the Hyatt Midtown is where we initially started doing our events at, and we're working with a couple other places, and we want to move our events around. But the next event was that Halloween party. It was phenomenal. We had a great time. We had DJ E-Class, who plays at the Gold Room. He plays at Sweet Lounge. We had MC Big Ray from V103. It was a full turn up. We had close to 100 people. Great event. Pictures are available on our website, of course, but everyone had an awesome time. The food was good. Great time. No problems, no issues. Grown folks, grown and sexy, good time. Almost everybody wore a costume. People had a great time. We had a few little giveaways and things of that nature. So it was cool. We had an awesome time. I had a great time.
That's awesome. What was probably the craziest costume that you saw?
Oh man, there was one guy, I didn't even know who he was. I don't even know what his costume was. He was painted head to toe in silver, and he had this black outfit on. I have to pull the picture up and see if you can identify who he was, because I don't know what he was.
Sounds like he was probably something from
superhero.
like the space or something like that. Who knows? If anybody from our audience knows, call in or instant message it on Periscope. We are live at ATL Connector on Periscope as well. Where we live every Tuesday at 8 o'clock p.m. So that's awesome. So that was one of the craziest costumes. And did you guys do like a costume contest or anything like that? Or?
We were planning to have a contest, but we were having so much fun. I didn't want to break it up to have a contest. So when we were finishing up, we did some giveaways and stuff, but we didn't even get a chance to do the Halloween contest because it was such a good time. Everybody was dancing. Just, we had a chills area, then we had the dance floor, and people danced, and they were at the bar having drinks. It was a great time.
And you guys are complete professionals about when you put your events on, and just you guys really just make sure that you have everything lined up.
Right.
So
that's what we try to do.
You've now had interest from several hotels that are reaching out to you guys just from putting a couple of events on. But I think your professionalism and so forth. So one of the things I wanted to ask you was, why do you think that you were able to grow as fast as you did, right? And have other companies, hotels and stuff like that, reaching out to you guys, asking you to come to your events there. What do you think led up to that?
I think most of it was the experience that people had. Everyone talked about it on social media, Facebook and those types of things. And the people that didn't get a chance to go, they saw the pictures, they saw the video from the event, which you can put on our website. When you click on the first page, you can actually see video footage from the first event. So we promoted that, we put that out there, and I actually had a friend that was at another hotel, and he heard about how great the event was. And we had the manager that's there. They talk, the hotel managers, they're like a fraternity or sorority and so forth. So they talk, and the word spread that we had a great event, that everything was really nice. People behaved themselves. We didn't have any problems, any issues, and they made good money. So if they're making money and no problems and no issues, then they like that.
They like the type of crowds that you bring around and who you associate yourself with.
Exactly.
And, grown, mature folk who just want to go out and enjoy themselves and not be mixed up with any foolishness.
Exactly. That's what we're shooting for.
Okay. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So, you guys still have your chocolate factory website, and it's CHAKALATE factory.com.
That's right.
Correct. Okay. And it's where they can go and learn more about the events and different things you have going on, and then your novelty store and stuff like that as well. So, okay, that's cool. So, with the events and stuff, and you may have answered this already, but what do you think led you up to wanting to do something like that? I think you did answer that.
Well, we had our initial start, but the reason we wanted to create the events was to give people an opportunity to get out, but we also had to have an opportunity to promote our business.
Yeah.
Nobody really knows us outside of our family and friends, so we had to create an avenue to gain a customer base. So the events are a way that people can come in, they can learn, they can have a great time. We can tell them about what we do. Want them to get them to follow us on social media, that kind of thing. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and got into some of the other different things, but working my way there. But that was the thing, is to create a customer base and have the events be a way that it can also give us an additional avenue of revenue, the additional revenue stream. So we're doing a lot of heavy promotion on the event side, hoping that the events will kind of feed into the website.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. That's awesome. So, with that, are you guys still doing the like the smaller events at people's homes and stuff like that, or?
Yes, we have several people interested in doing them. Everything is kind of on hold on that end until we get through the holidays.
Okay.
People are buying gifts and stuff for holidays and stuff like that. So
they can always buy your gifts.
They can always buy our gifts, and that's a great gift, I think. But what people are doing is now we're going to go back to, after the first of the year, getting those events scheduled on the private events, because that's an opportunity where you get a chance to connect and interact with people. And the difference in what we have, we're not selling anything different than what anybody else has. But we want you to have a personal connection with us.
Right.
And you decide to choose our product, our brand, versus what's on Amazon.
You want people to have like a positive
exactly.
Positive experience. Okay. Yeah. I don't know that I'd want to have that tracked on Amazon anyways, if I'm just like
Right.
I'd rather have that as a private. Here's other things that other people bought right in your circle.
Right. Yeah.
That's funny. Okay, that's pretty cool. And so you guys are doing that, and then you have the events, and I think that's awesome. And then your website. So, from like a business standpoint, do you find that your revenue, or your website, has gained some new traffic since you started doing a couple of these events? I know it's going to grow even more next year.
We've definitely had traffic and more purchases. Not a significant amount, because we're just getting out there.
Oh, you've only had a couple. Yeah.
We haven't done a lot of. We planning on doing some pay-per-click things, some email campaigns just for the website. So we got to do a lot of marketing for that as well as the event. So since we were doing the events, these were the first things that we had planned. We focused more on marketing events initially, but coming into the first of the year, we'll pick back up with marketing for the website itself, as well as the monthly event that we'll have second Saturday of every month.
And I think the fact that you guys are building up your brand and so forth, you're really going to get known, and other people are going to, find out what you have going on and want to go to your site and find out about the events, and then they end up checking out other stuff, and then you have some new orders and stuff coming through. So it's just from different avenues and streams of that are coming through. That's great. I think that's fantastic. So where would you guys like to see your company or your event space in a year to, a year down the road from now, or 2 years?
I would like to see, by the time we hit the second year, to grow to where the event, where we can pretty much do, at least one of us can do it full time, and kind of manage the growth of the company, the revenue and whatever else, the events and what we got going on. It would be nice for both of us, but if it happens, it happens. We're gonna do what we can marketing wise. We're both working full time, and we'll continue to work full time until we get to that.
Till one of your incomes is replaced. So that's good. So, aren't you tired? What makes you want to go out and do all this other stuff, and you don't even have the revenue coming in right now to replace your income, but you're working a full-time job, your wife's working a full-time job, and you're adding not only events, and you have a website in which has products that you have to manage, and then you have other smaller events you guys are going to be doing. Isn't it just too much, or you're too tired for all that, or?
No, when you love what you do, I love people. My wife and I both people person. People. I'm a people person. She's a people person. We enjoy having time with spending time with friends, with family. We enjoy entertainment. When I came up, even at a young age, I was always the person that was having cookouts, having parties at the house. People always gravitated to what I was doing, and I love it. So when it's a labor
charging
of
the
love,
$5 entry fee at the cookouts.
I always put it out there that, hey, I'm a pretty good cook myself, so people like the food, but I always enjoy seeing people enjoying themselves and being together in a positive atmosphere or environment. So we love it. It's a good time. We like to go out. We like to entertain anyway. So it kind of creates when you have business that you love to do, it doesn't seem like it's work.
Yeah, that's true. That was a great answer. Right. I know I kind of put you on the spot there, but
that's all good.
Because I was talking with someone earlier today, and oh yes, I had a meeting earlier today, and they said, not everyone is willing to put in the work to make business happen. So sometimes they feel like it should just come to them, and without putting in that extra work. And I remember a lot of times when I've built up businesses, even when I was building Amway, which I'm still a distributor for, but I don't build a business anymore. I just whatever. So if you need any Amway products, you can definitely go to my site. But anyways, with that, people were like, "You have to pay to go to the conferences. How come they're not paying you?" I'm like, "Because it's my business and I'm going as education to learn, so it's an expense." Right. So so that was interesting. So a lot of people just don't understand that. So that's
one of the things that I've always heard is that if you decide to go into business, do something that you love to do, because initially you're not going to get the financial reward. So it's going to take a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of work, and you're not going to reap those benefits until way down the road. So if you're doing something that you really love to do, then it's all good. So you don't even think about it. You just do it. So it's not tiring.
Right. Yeah, that's true. So, and you work here in the city.
Right. I work a little bit of everywhere right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm in the city. I've worked in the Atlanta area for several years, but I've traveled with work. I'm a registered nurse. I'm a travel nurse, but I do contract work. So my contracts generally run for about 3 months, and then I'll renew them. And so I've been in the Atlanta area for the last couple of years.
Okay.
I've worked Florida. I've worked in California. I was in California for 8 months.
Oh, wow.
Enjoyed that. So haven't had a chance to see a lot of other places, but I've enjoyed the places that I've been: South Florida, North Florida, South Georgia.
Do they cover your living expenses as well when your contract? Oh, that's awesome. So that's why you can have a place here and then have your place really far away where you guys live, outside the city.
Well, now I had a place. I just usually stay with friends or family. When I'm only up here about 3 days initially. I work 3 12-hour shifts, and then I go back home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
so you just go there to sleep and then go back to work.
Just crashing.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, that's fine. You're in no sense to have a place for that.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
So we hope you end up moving into, you and your beautiful wife end up moving into the city. That would be great, or at least one of the suburbs.
Yeah. We right now we have our youngest daughter is second grade, so she wanted her to progress and get through the school that she's in without having to move. So right now I'm the one that does. Well, I do most of the road work, but my wife will come up if we have an event, if we have something going on. So I try to be the one. I'm accustomed to being on the road, so it's not that big of a deal for me.
Okay. So does she do contract nursing work as well?
No, she's a full-time staff employee. She works at a hospital in Albany, Georgia.
Oh, okay.
So, Phoebe Putney.
Okay.
She's been there several years.
Okay. All right. So, well, I think that's fantastic, and that really allows you to be able to. So, what's probably the difference between? I know this is not why you came in, but I'm just curious. What's the difference between like being a contract nurse and then just working somewhere full time? Is the pay better, or what's the advantage?
The pay is definitely better. The advantage is we work for an outside company, a contractor, an agency that sends us there under a contract. So, not being an employee, you have a tendency not to get caught up in the politics of the organization.
Right.
You're not worried about this going on and that going on. You can come in and focus on your job and not politics. Do your job, go home, and get more money at the same time. So my philosophy has always been that if I'm going to do the same job, I want the most money I can get for doing the same job.
Right.
So
yeah.
I started doing agency work about 2 years. I've been a nurse for 10 years. I started doing contract work 2 years after I became a nurse. So about 8 years I've been doing it here and there.
So are you 1099 or are you?
I'm an employee of the agency.
Okay.
I've done 1099. I've
Right.
done it both ways, but the way I'm doing it now is I'm an employee of the agency.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's good. That's good. And then if you get tired of a place, you can put in a request to move somewhere else or whatever.
Yeah, the contract is over after 3 months. If you want to go somewhere else, you can. Usually they'll offer to renew it before you get done. And at least you'll know where you are. You're going to
Yeah.
be for the next 3 months. And you can, if you don't feel like that place is a good fit for you, then it's no harm, no foul. The
Yeah,
contract
contract's up.
Nobody mad. You can
Like, no,
keep it moving.
I never want to see your
Right.
face ever again. I'm out.
Exactly.
Unless
I've
you
done
need
that.
me and I'm out of work, then I'll be back next week.
I'll be back next week.
And we'll just forget all that other stuff I just
Get out
said just
everything I
happened.
just said.
There's like a meme on Facebook that says, it says, F this shit, I'm out of here. And it's like, looks like it's throwing up papers. And then at the bottom of it says, just kidding, it's only Thursday.
Right.
I know everybody's like probably felt like that at some time or another.
Always.
So,
Always.
so and you work Monday through Friday or?
I work 3 12-hour shifts. I'll do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday here in Atlanta. I'm usually take Thursday off. I'm picking up now more, but I usually Thursday's a business day for me to set meetings or run errands for business or make phone calls. Conference
That's
calls.
awesome. Not only that, but you work 3 days a week. That's it. You have the
I do
other
3
4
days.
days.
But I actually pick up down in Albany at the hospital down there and do some work down there for them as well. So.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, but you're close to home, so
Exactly. So
it's nothing.
and it's a different area. I work in the recovery room there, so it's a total different change of pace from the emergency room.
Oh, so you do a lot of ER work.
Yep.
Okay. All right. That's awesome. I think it's great what you guys have going on with the Chocolate Factory. So can you tell the audience where they're able to find you, like on your Instagram and Twitter and all that?
Okay. Twitter, we're Chocolate Toys. Instagram, Chocolate Factory. You can find us on Facebook, Chocolate Factory. We also, website is www.chocolatefactory.com. And that's CHAKALATE factory.com.
I spelled it wrong before.
No.
Oh,
I just wanted to reiterate that.
Okay,
And
that's
it's a play on my wife's name. Her name is Shaka.
Oh,
And so
that's how you got
yeah,
that.
That's how we came up with that.
Okay. And the fact that you guys are chocolate?
Chocolate, everybody loves, so most everybody loves chocolate.
I love chocolate.
And also, Chocolate Factory was one of the best R&B CDs ever made by
Really?
R. Kelly. R. Kelly.
Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't know that, but he spelled it the other
Yeah,
way, right?
the other way, yeah.
But I didn't know that. Now I know the background to why you spell it like that. Because when I was asking you before, you didn't tell me, so
Oh,
I was
okay.
like, but hey, you know
Yeah, that was a
what? You
play
guys
on her
heard it
name.
first on worldstarhitradio.com. So I think that's awesome. Well, I'm really glad to know you, Viandi, and I think that what you guys have going on and the unity that you're trying to bring back to families
Right.
and husband and wife to really bring up that spice and that love and the togetherness and the unity that I feel like you guys are doing through your events and through your website and different things like that, and then also make love connections.
That's right.
You know, with inviting the single people out and stuff like that. I think that's awesome.
Yeah,
And-
great opportunity for single people to come out and meet other single people that are like
The hottest music, R&B, hip hop, pop,
I still get you.
reggae, EDM, indie, old school,
Side, B-side. Check it.
and sports talk.
Right here.
WorldStarHitRadio.com.